Hi and welcome. Data sanitization is a process to permanently delete the data from a storage media in such a manner that this data is not recoverable even by using advanced forensic tools. In this video, I will discuss different techniques which we may use for data sanitization, including their pros and cons. Before moving further, please turn on the subtitles for this video. Now we perform data sanitization once we no longer need the IT asset or the storage media or the data. Maybe the IT asset is at its end of life, or maybe we want to sell or donate this IT asset or the storage media to an external party. Or we may want to declassify the storage media or the IT asset, and we want to use the same IT asset in a different or environment, or the environment of lower classification than the existing environment where this IT asset is being used. So the objective is to eliminate the risk of object reuse, where a malicious party can recover the residual data on the storage media, and this phenomena is also called data remnants. So we perform data sanitization depending upon our data policy or our security policy, and also depending upon the classification of the data which is hosted by that specific IT asset or storage media. So if the data is of higher classification level, then we perform different techniques, maybe more stringent. And if this data is of lower classification level, then we perform less stringent techniques. Now the NIST special publication 800-88 has the guidelines for media sanitization. So basically the broader categories are two, that is the physical destruction of the media which is hosting the data, or the technical removal of the data from the storage media using multiple techniques, and this process is called purging. But one thing should be kept in mind, that whatever process we follow, we have to verify the data remnants after performing a particular data sanitization technique. Now, there are 5 techniques which may be used for data sanitization, and the numbers over here mention the less secure technique and the most secure technique. For example, the erasing is the least secure technique for data sanitization, and destruction is the most secure technique for data sanitization. Now, erasing is simply deleting the links to the data, and data remains there on the storage media. But it is now called unallocated space, and this space will be allocated to the new data in due course of time. But this overwriting due to new files depends upon the size of the storage media or the free space available on the storage media. Moreover, certain free tools or open source tools are there on the internet through which you can recover the data which is deleted by using this technique. Now, formatting is also a form of erasing, but in this case we replace the addressing tables which contains the links to the data on a particular drive. But this is also recoverable using these tools. So the SSDs have inbuilt erase command, but this command is not a standard one, and certain vendors of SSDs or solid state disk do not support this inbuilt erase command. Now, clearing is the overriding of the data that is also called electronic shredding or wiping. So in clearing, for example, if we perform 3-pass clearing, then we write a character on the entire disk, and then we write the complement on again on the entire disk, and then we write random bits on the entire disk. So this process is called three-pass clearing. Now the traditional or freewares cannot cannot recover the data which is sanitized using clearing, but advanced forensic techniques may recover the data even which is sanitized even by using this clearing. Because a ghost image may exist due to magnetic flux on the magnetic drive, and this ghost image is helpful in recovering the data which is sanitized using clearing. Moreover, the spare sectors or the bad sectors are not affected by the clearing process. So data may exist on these two sectors, and moreover SSDs cannot be cleared in a secure fashion using this clearing process. Now this degaussing is for magnetic media, and in this process we use a powerful magnetic field to realign or rewrite the magnetic field of storage media or the magnetic storage media. So this only affects the magnetic storage media, for example hard drives, floppy drives, or tape drives. But one limitation is that this process may also destroy the electronics which are used to access the data on the magnetic storage drive. And moreover, there is no assurance that each platter may be sanitized in a secure fashion. So anyone can, not anyone, but advanced forensic techniques may recover the data from the platters of magnetic drives by installing these platters in our different drives. Moreover, the optical media has no effect of this process, and for example the CDs or DVDs and also the SSDs, because SSDs are also not magnetic media but they are integrated circuits. Now purging is the combination of clearing and degaussing, and in this process we can also say that it is an intense form of clearing, and the objective over here is to reuse the sanitized media in a less secure environment. So the purging involves multiple overrides in combination with degaussing, and this is not a valid technique for top secret data because there may be unknown techniques which may recover the data which is sanitized even by using this clearing process. Moreover, sometimes due to involvement of multiple techniques in purging, the efforts are so much that it is better to purchase the new media instead of reusing the old media, and we have to destroy the old media physically and then to buy the new one. So destruction is the ultimate technique or the most secure technique for data sanitization, and it is valid for top secret data or the systems which we may not want to use in any environment, maybe the less secure environment, or we may not want to sell this system or donate this system to external party. So we just want to dispose of this system, and this system is in final stage of its life cycle. So there are multiple techniques, for example, nation and pulverizing and crushing and shredding, and then the disintegration, that is the shredding into 2 millimeter pieces, and then dipping the storage media in acid. We may also want to encrypt the data before performing destruction, so that in case anything is left, this thing should not be accessible. Now, the destruction, we perform the separate destruction of CDs, DVDs, or memories, that is RAM, and the disk splitter, that we take these things out from the system and then we destroy these things separately. So this was all from my side. Please stay connected to my channel for similar videos. Thank you.